Hey, I'm back, and I want to talk about A3 yet again. I promise Suzuru's redesign is coming out soon, but I got inspired to do this by YouTuber Jane Gumball. She does amazing work, but the video I was inspired by was when she put the creature from the movie The Thing into Monster High. Very good video. You should watch it after this one, obviously. So, question, what did I do with this? Obviously, I decided to make it about A3, because I seem to be doing that quite a bit. So, if you read the title, we're gonna be making the spring troupe into Monster High characters, and then we'll do the summer and etc. Let's go! As always, first up is Sakuya Sakuma. Quick note I forgot to mention in the beginning is, for all these characters I did a little bit of research. I didn't do a bunch of research, so if I do get anything wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments. Continuing on. For Sakuya, I based him off the Slavic deity, the Leshy, from what I've learned, aka through Wikipedia. The Leshy is a forest deity that can shapeshift. Many people see him as a malevolent creature, but his feelings toward humans depend on how they treat the forest. I personally think this is a good match for Sakuya, mainly because of the shape-shifting thing. I don't know, man. The shape-shifting is perfect because he's an actor, and actors take roles, and it makes sense. I don't know how else to explain it. For Sakuya's design, I took a bunch of pictures from the internet of the Leshy and put in what was common about a few of them. First part being the moss around the chest area and down the shoulders. I thought that was cute, and I added some leaves off of them because leaves are a big thing with the Leshy as well. I gave him some roots or vines, whatever, I don't know, plants, around the chest area because that's also something I saw a lot. I didn't make him shirtless because he's a baby and he doesn't need to be seen as shirtless unless Liber does it themselves, but I just refused to do that. So I gave him a little, made it like a little turtleneck for our baby boy. I also gave him some grass-like material for shorts. It's not really shown in the picture, but the coloring is what really gives you that idea that it's a grass-like material. And for shoes, I gave him deer hoof based shoes because, again, oftentimes the Leshy is pictured with deer hooves as their feetsies. I also gave him tree trunk-ish gloves because forest deity. Yeah. Finally for his main design aspects, I gave him a little pine cone as his little antenna instead of his little hair bit. I gave him a pine cone. For his pet, because every Monster High character needs a pet, that is a common rule, I gave him a squirrel because originally my idea was to base all of the pets on their Mankai animal counterparts, but that didn't work out really because of how I made because of what I did with the others. It did not work out the best because you'll see the minute I start Masumi, it is not gonna work out for I don't remember what he is. I know he's like a creature with antlers, and I just that wouldn't have worked, unfortunately. But now we shall talk about his powers quickly. For Sakuya, I gave him two very major powers, and the rest are kind of basic that I don't feel like mentioning because I didn't think about it that much. Oops. But anyways, for one of the first major powers is shape-shifting. Obviously, I mentioned this already, he's an actor. What do you expect? He's of course going to be able to shape-shift. I forgot to put shape-shifting as an ability on this little character sheet I did. But what I did put for all of the, for pretty much every bit of showing off his character, I did the second power, which was when he feels major emotions, he decides, hey, I'm gonna grow some vines and trees and stuff. He doesn't have control over it yet, which is why he tries to keep his emotions at bay, but you know, it's Sakuya. He's kind of an emotional little guy. Now, let's talk about color, shall we? For most of his color, I made him green with brown as an accent color and a few extra little foresty colors. Because, you know, he's a forest deity, I decided to make that abundantly clear. But I kept his original skin color, and I kept his hair and eye color all the same because he wouldn't look the same with different hair color, in my opinion. He's gotta be the perfect little baby we know. He's gotta be our perfect little being. I know he's not he's over 20 now. I think actually he's allowed to drink because I think a few years ago in one of the posts, the official arts, he had a beer. But anyways, that doesn't matter. He's still my baby. He's still my baby boy. So yeah, I was doing finger guns, if that helps as to why I randomly went silent. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Sakuya. I love him. I like how his design turned out. It's not my favorite, but I'm not mad with how it turned out, definitely. I mean, obviously it could be better, but there's always room for improvement, right? See you in the next one. Alright, so before I start talking about Masumi, I need to let this out. I lost most of my art footage for him because I ran out of storage space on my my iPad. So so you won't be getting no color and phases, no shade and none of that. But don't worry, I will still talk about it because I am such a gracious person. Anyways, Masumi, I made a mermaid because, I don't know, mermaids are always seen as, like, lovely, pretty, beautiful, like, amazing, wondrous, gorgeous, whatever the words are, creatures and, he, at times, can be a nice, pretty, lovely, gorgeous boy. When he wants to be, sometimes he's just an obsessive little guy, and I don't hate him for that because he's silly, and I love him for that. I like silly guys, but he's not my favorite in the Spring Troupe. Well, you'll know my favorite in the Spring Troupe just by the design. Trust me, he's coming up. Anyways, so for powers, I gave him hydrokinesis, which is the ability to control water, which I thought was obvious at first, but then I remembered some people don't know English that well, so I explained it. Be proud of me. But seriously, hydrokinesis, he has the ability to control water and all that stuff that water can do. He's a water bender. Think of it like that. Water bender. Let's go. For a mini secondary power, I gave him the ability to control small fishies because I think that would be really silly, especially with Masumi and the way he acts. I think it would just be very entertaining to see him fight with the other fish, like the little ones, not sharks or anything. No, like the goldfish, the goldfish and other like he's a freshwater mermaid, by the way. I decided. He's a freshwater because most fish like that I'm thinking of, the little ones are freshwater fish, so he gets freshwater mermaid powers. I don't know what I'm going on about anymore. For his clothing and design in general, for his shirt, I gave him his original shirt's design, but I made it a tank top instead of a t-shirt. I think it's a t-shirt. Whatever. And his tail I made sparkly and nice, and it's purple, and I love the color purple. So me giving him purple is It's a sign of respect, otherwise known as it just made sense with this color scheme, so I made it that. That doesn't matter. I gave him little strands coming off of his fins at the end of his tail because I thought it made the silhouette look really, really good. Actually, added a bit to it. And it might not help with swimming, but guess what? I don't care. It looks nice. I just gave a thumbs up. I don't know why I keep doing these things where I do stuff that you guys can't see. I apologize. I gave him webbed fingers too. You can't really see it in the main portrait, but I do give him. I do show it when he's doing his little magical hydrokinesis stuff. Whatever. And as a pet, I made it him. I made it a little betta fish because betta fish are little fishies, and I think it really is silly that betta fish are very pretty fish, and he is a very pretty fish in this AU, so I gave him the pretty fish to work with. The betta fish thing is also to explain his power of talking. I keep saying I'm sorry. It's to show off his power of controlling the little fishies. So that explains another reason for the betta fish choice as a pet. It's not just because it's a pretty fish, it's also because it's what is the word? It's a small little fishy that he can talk to and control because, yeah, that's how it works. Yippee! Also, I forgot to mention this in Sakia's section, but if it wasn't obvious, there's still actors in this AU. They're just, monsters as well, so they're like the Monster High Drama Club, And I made it so, what was I gonna say? I don't remember, but what I mainly wanted to say was what I literally just said, that they are the Monster High Drama Club. I know that, I think Freaky Friday had a drama club in there for something, for their, bicentennial or something, or whatever, but I wanted to make their own original drama club, so yeah. Here's Masumi, by the way. I finished. Have fun looking at him. Next up is, in fact, Suzuru Minagi. And I wanted to be a silly little goose with what I did with his design, and I wanted to make a little joke out of him because, like I said, I wanted to be a silly little goose, so I decided, yeah, why not? I'll be indulgent today. So, but don't worry, I love Suzuru. He's so silly. If you couldn't tell, I think they're all very silly, and I love that for them. Anyways. So what I did for Suzuru, if you couldn't tell by the speed paint already, I made him a little zombie. Yeah, let's go. And the crowd erupts in applause. But the question is, why did I do this? Because, in the stories, he, after he finishes a script, he goes to the living room and he's, groaning and moaning and shuffling around just to get to the other people in the living room, and he's just I did it, and he collapses, and it's great. I love him for it. He's so silly. Is that the only word I know to compliment people? Jeez. Anyways, so I thought, perfect, I'm gonna make him a forever zombie, and not just as a joke when he finishes his scripts that he overworks himself. I'm going to make him a zombie all the time. So, yeah, that's it. That's the joke. That is the whole joke behind his character creation. That is it. Now, let's move on to the actual design of his character. For his design, I gave him the blank, dead eyes that zombies usually have, and I took a little bite out of his ear because I got a little hungry while I was drawing, so I had to do it. To him. Sorry, guys. I also decided to rip the skin and bones and the flesh, skin, the muscle, all of that off of his ankle. I don't know which one. I can't tell my lefts from rights. Anyways, off of one of his ankles, and I decided to show only the bone because that looked cute. Not cute, it looked like a zombie-like, to me at least, because I'm the artist. I get to decide what looks zombie-like. Anyways, so, as for the clothes, I gave him like a simple ripped up long sleeve shirt, off the shoulder long sleeve shirt as his top, because it looked good in my opinion, and it does. It really does. In the final product, it looks great. And for his pants, I found on Pinterest, and I'm just like, I'ma steal those. And I did steal them actually. They are in my house. I'm joking. They're on Suzaru now, actually. So I decided Suzaru's going to get nice pants because they're cute and it looks like Suzaru would wear them. Yeah, that's all my reasoning. That's it. I didn't give him shoes, so because why would he? Why would a zombie wear shoes? You're honestly lucky I got him in pants and a shirt, honestly. I don't know anymore. So, that's the outfit for his animal. I did do his Mankai animal counterpart because it made sense. I also ripped that one's like flesh and muscles off and just to show the bone on one of its ankles because guess what? I'm disgusting and I can do these things. I don't remember what his animal is. I don't know. I just know it looks cute. And it's also good practice for helping me to learn to draw animals. I'm realizing this now. It's very good practice. So I'm glad I decided to do this. Coloring wise, I gave him blue, like really pale blue skin, and I made his shirt like a dark blue. It's not white like most zombies. Like, I don't know why, but like when I think zombie and ripped shirt, I think like, oh, it's that white, like hot teenage girl ripped white shirt that you can see through. But no, I gave him a ripped dark blue shirt that you cannot see through because I can. Anyways, I gave him and his pants are his lovely little pants that he is indeed slaying are like a darker green, but like it's not like pure dark green. It's like a mix between dark and light green. You know what I mean? It's like in the middle. I don't know how to explain colors if you couldn't tell, so bear with me. Also, I gave him shorts under the pants because I didn't need to think of what would happen if I didn't, because like that hole on the side of his pants is huge and I did not need to think about how people at the school and how you people might like translate that or make NSFW of him. So here we sit. He has shorts on and those shorts are blue. Also, I gave him his regular hair color. It's just a little darker because zombie dark. Yeah. It makes sense. For his little animal companion friend, I decided to make it a little, it's for paler than usual, like, and, like, I gave him, like, those pale, like, dead eyes that I gave, like, Suzaru, and I also decided, hey, let's snap his horn in half, because I can, and, it gives him more of a rotting look. And, like, as you can see, as I was saying, it's not, like, paler. It's paler, but it's also, like, a sickly green look, the fur. And as you can see, I gave it the patterns, blah, blah, blah. Suzaru's done. Have fun. Good day. I will be back in a moment. Itsuru's next. Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! Anyways, so I'm pretty sure this piece actually took the longest for me to finish and, like, do. Like, it because I made it so technical and I made it look amazing. This is my favorite, one of my favorites, actually. Surprisingly, this one's not my most favorite. We'll get to him. Actually, it's last. It's Chikage. Chikage has my favorite design I've made for these guys. For, like, the spring troupe, at least. So, anyways, Let me explain my choice of what I made him. If you couldn't tell by the reference pictures in there, you know what I made him, but I'm gonna explain it anyways. So Itaru had this card for Halloween of 2023 or 22, I don't remember, called The Puppet of Uro. It's Uro. Anyways. And it was like the SR card. It wasn't an SSR, that was Yuki. It was the SR card. And I don't know why, but that one is my favorite, because, I don't know why, but Puppet of Uro is my favorite. It's my favorite probably because of the design they gave him, like, the clothing. As I said, I don't really remember the events of the, actual, event itself, but I do remember that they did get dressed up as marionettes at one point, and that's the whole reason behind the card. But I decided to make him a living doll because I'm so original. I wanted to base it off my favorite card of Itaru. So yeah, and as you can tell already, it's a pretty intricate design, so let's get into it. For Itaru's design, I gave him an outfit similar to his Puppet of Uro card. It's just completely different. The main difference is the fact that it's all one solitary color with a bit of gold accent in there. I also gave him a stained glass trim on his collar with a gem in the center, and we'll get into the gem in a second. Let's finish talking about color though. His eyes I made much darker than his original eye color, simply for the fact that he's barely alive. He's alive only in the sense that he is breathing. I think that's very depressing sounding, but I think that makes for a great character arc. That will make for a great character arc. You know, if you ever want to make a fanfic out of this, I might do that. Has no other powers other than the fact that he is somehow alive. And I say somehow because I think that it would be really cool if that gemstone in the center of his collar was his life force. So if you take that off, he immediately shuts down. And not shuts down in the mental health way, he will literally shut down and he will be unresponsive. He's not a robot, he's just, that's how he stays alive. It's kind of like being a robot, but not. I also decided to make his eyeballs removable. That's why in that one picture at the bottom right, you can see that his eyes are completely blacked out. That is simply because he has no eyeballs in at the moment. I promise he usually does, but that's just me showing off that he can sometimes not have eyeballs. And I made it that way so that he can put in other colored eyeballs for different shows. You know, in Knights of the Round, he has wait, give me a sec. It was not Knights of the Round I was thinking of. I was thinking of SSR Family. Person in Knights of the Round I was thinking of was Chikage with his red eyes, but I was more thinking, when Itaru changes his eye color, as in an SSR Family, when he has a different shade of pink eyes with the little X's in the middle. Trust me, it makes sense. I am a normal person. Anyways, for his little friend, I gave him a fox puppet as his pet. This one is not alive, it kind of is just one of the many things that he keeps from his creator. He doesn't have parents, obviously, he just has a creator. He calls them his creator and everything. It's really depressing. Why did I make his story so sad? That doesn't matter. What does matter is Itaru right now. So basically what I did is for most of his story, I'm realizing most of my thoughts of what he is as a character in this AU is he's really tragic. That's all I can think of, is that he's a super tragic character. who just wants to figure out who they are, and they never, well, they will, it's just it'll take a very long time because technically they aren't anyone. They're a toy. There's no other way around it. Wow. Alright, I'm done talking about Yuzuru. I'm getting sad now. So have fun watching the rest of the speed paint, and I will join you for the next one. Let me start this section off with a quick disclaimer. This may not have been the smartest decision on my part to do this with Citron. I don't know Middle Eastern mythology that well, and so like I said with Sakia, I did not do a lot of research. I only worked with like the Wikipedia article, so I didn't go that deep into them. So if I do get anything wrong, please, especially for Citron, please inform me. I don't want to be that person that doesn't care, because I do. I very much care about these characters. I care about not offending anyone. So if I do get any of this mythology wrong, or anything wrong with it, please inform me in the comments below. Thank you. With that out of the way, Citron! Citron is a character that I do indeed like. He's fun, he's silly. I say this about all of the characters, they're very silly. A3 is just a silly little game. But anyways, he's not my favorite, so I was not 100% sure on what I wanted to do with him. So what did I do? I basically looked up Middle Eastern mythology, and I found this cute little one. It's called the Al-Miraj. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. It's from medieval Arabic literature, and it is a one-horned rabbit. And like I said, I found it cute, so I decided, hey, why don't we mix it with Citron and see what happens? Pretty much all I did with him is change his outfit. I gave him rabbit ears instead of human ears, and I gave him a unicorn horn because of the mythology and stuff, you know? Of course, I gave him powers and stuff, but that's all I really changed about his main design. Literally, I changed his outfit and gave him a few more different looks. It's not as, like, major as some of the other ones, but it's still different enough to where it's a different character, kind of, sort of. Not really. Whatever. For his powers, I made him able to transform into like a full rabbit form, as you can see me drawing right now. And then I also made him able to like extend his fingernails into like claws. It's weird, but it makes sense. I'm thinking up here. I'm using my noggin. And for his little friend, I of course had to give him his Mankai animal counterpart, because why wouldn't I? You think I would give him a rabbit, but I feel like that would be insensitive to him, because he can transform into a rabbit, but it doesn't matter, because I gave him a llama alpaca thing. I honestly didn't look into what animals each of them are. That was not the smartest idea on my part, but you know what? It's fine. Like I said earlier, I didn't change much, so like for the coloring, the most I changed was the skin tone, like a little bit. I made it a little bit like darker, more vibrant at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but like you'll see when we get to the coloring bit what I mean. I literally didn't change like much about him, and I don't know how to talk about Citron because, like I said earlier, He's not my favorite character. He's probably my least favorite Spring Troupe character. And that's not saying that I dislike him at all. I'm just saying he's not my favorite character to, like, talk about. So it's a little hard for me to explain my thought process. So that'll be fun when we get to his redesign and I have nothing to say. But, yeah. For coloring, like I said, I changed his skin tone a little bit. I, gave him a white dress with, like a white robe with, like a gold down the middle. And of course, I gave his horn coloring because I have to. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, it's pretty basic stuff. I didn't change much about Citron because honestly, I do like his original design and I didn't know what to do with him. So yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with what happened. So he's not my favorite design, obviously, based off what I'm saying. The design I gave him is not the best, and I could have done better, definitely, but I didn't, so this is what we have. Alrighty, let's get into my favorite and the last design of this video. Yay! It's Chikage! Okay, so let's be honest, when Chikage was introduced, I was not the biggest fan of him. I genuinely hated him almost as much as I hate Eiichi Tenshon, which is saying something. But I don't hate him as much as I said almost. Almost is the keyword, almost. Which means I don't hate him that much anymore, and I find him to be a silly little guy. Good. All I know is the word silly, apparently. But anyways, enough about my thoughts on Chikage. We can get into those deeper in his redesign, which I still don't know what I'm doing for him yet. We don't talk about that. Let's get into his design for this video, which is my favorite, like I said, which is kind of saying something based on how much love I put into Itaru's design. Me saying that this is my favorite is a big step in my life, because you know for a fact I would have said Itaru because he's my favorite character. Whatever, no one needs to know that. To be honest, I made this design like a month or so ago, so I don't exactly remember what I based him off of. Probably a dragon of some sort, just based off the design he has. That's all I have to say about the monster, because I don't remember what monster he's based off of. So the main reason I love this design so much is how different it is from my usual stuff. Like, as you saw from the rest of the character designs in this video, I can make, like, tragic characters, I can make their backstory terrible, but I can't make them look the part, you know? I can make such sad stories, but I can't make it fit with their looks, you know what I mean? Like, Itaru, for example, he just looks like a puppet. He doesn't have any, like, sad, which I understand makes him even worse, because he just looks like a puppet. He doesn't look like he has any, like, abuse or anything going on with him, which is even worse. I'm now realizing I'm actually pretty good at character design. Shut up. I'm realizing things as we go on, but what I'm saying is I can't make characters look scary or, like, creepy or anything. So, I'm not saying I succeeded in making Chikage look scary, but I didn't succeed in making him look different from my usual character designs, because, like, 6 months ago, I would have given him legs, despite the fact that he's based off of, like, a not-legged creature. That much I know about it. That much I know. I know he's not based off a creature with legs. Anyways, so he looks so different from what I would have done 6 months ago that I am, very surprised that I actually did this, like, a month ago. 'Cause I feel like I've improved so much in the past month that, like, even a month ago seems like such a different art style and way of doing things, even though it's not. Enough of my improvements and me being proud of myself. Let's get on to his actual design. So, for his actual design, I wanted him to be, like, the scariest looking out of the entire spring troupe, because he kind of is the scariest in the whole spring troupe. Not kind of, he is. He literally kidnapped Izumi, but we aren't going to talk about that. What we are going to talk about is the fact that I took away his legs. I took away his legs and gave him a serpent-like tail because it just kind of made sense. Because I remember my thoughts were based on, like, the monster I based him off of had wings and a tail, and I was like, yeah, we don't see that often in Monster High, let's give him a tail. So, and for the wings, I snapped one of his wings off, because, like I said, based off his backstory in the actual game, he should have a lot of injuries. He should be very injured and scars and everything. So I just kind of snapped off one of his wings, you know, as one does. And, I don't know, I made him, like, scary. That's the only way I can think of it, really. Like, the only word I can think of right now is, like, oh, I made him a little scary. He's a little spoopy. He's a little spooky boy. But, yeah, coloring, I didn't change much. I literally changed nothing about any of his colors. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of rushing through this because I talked so much in the beginning about my own improvement that I'm kind of just stuck rushing. I put a little dried blood on the edge of his broken wing because, yeah. But that's really all I have to say about Chikage, so here you go. Alright, that's it. We're done. That's all the characters. Wow, this video is really long. Oh boy. If you stayed this long, thank you so much for watching and listening to my terrible voice speak about a niche topic that I love a lot. This might be a series, it might not. I might not continue this because honestly, I only have ideas for, like, a select few of the characters. It's really hard to think of it, like, different, like, monsters for every single character. Plus they're adding 4 more new characters to the game. Ooh. But from what I've seen, these new characters are really cute, and I really want to see more of them. But anyways, if you did like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what I did right, tell me what I did wrong, please. If you like my art, feel free to check me out on Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, the occasional Twitter. I do have, a Kara account, but I never use it really, but if you do want to look at me on there, go ahead. My commissions are open if you love my art and you want to have some for yourself. You can check out the form in my bio on my Tumblr, TikTok, and Instagram. I'm working on creating a website for all of my art, so be ready to look at that. That's not up, the website isn't up yet, so we won't be putting that link in the video or in the description. But anyways, thank you for watching and have a good one. Bye!